Trailer Park Boys is what happens when a documentary crew drops into the dumbest, funniest, most unpredictable trailer park in Canada, where it's basically survival of the fittest. The show follows Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles. They try to get rich fast, dodge jail, grow dope, and try to survive their bad brains thinking. It's almost like Ed, Edd n Eddy for adults, but you're gonna say that makes no sense and is a horrible comparison, so it's not, okay? Every episode spirals into a giant clusterfuck. Failed schemes, drunk arguments, shopping carts, cats, lots of swearing. A fuck ton of it. The magic is in how real it feels. The situations are worst case Ontario. The characters act like this is just everyday peach cake. Somehow, it works. If you've seen The Office or Parks and Rec, you know the mockumentary style. Shaky cameras, characters talking directly to the crew, and awkward moments. But Trailer Park Boys is somehow different. Those shows feel polished and controlled, like they have a lot of book learning. TPB, though, feels raw and rough and completely unpredictable. It feels like you've stumbled upon some kind of real footage of people living their normal day lives. The Office is one of the greatest shows of all time, fight me on that, but it's awkward office comedy and characters usually learn their lessons and evolve. Where in Trailer Park Boys, no lessons learned, just gotta get smarter and avoid the catch-23 situations with the law and fucking Leahy and Randy. So yeah, unlike most mockumentaries, the characters never really change. They don't learn lessons, they don't improve, they just keep messing things up in new funny ways. And honestly, it's not rocket appliances of why people love it so much. Okay, now that we got all that bullshit out of the way, we're gonna talk about the watch order. That's what you came here for, that's what the video's called. This is the casual watch order for normal viewers. If you just want to enjoy the show without committing to every single thing or using too many brain curls, this list is for you. Start with seasons 1 to 4. You get to meet the gang, see their first ridiculous schemes, and watch life in the park unfold. Then, the Christmas special. It's a holiday disaster. It's drunk and it's messy, and you get two birds stoned at once getting to know the backstory of Jim Leahy. Then go to season 5 with the legendary hash driveway era. It's so genius. Every time I tell someone about this show, I have to talk about the hash driveway. If you don't know what it is and you want to watch the show, don't look it up. Be surprised. It's genius. Then you go to the first movie called The Big Dirty. It's a feature-length story with bigger stakes. It's a funny movie. It's okay, you know. For some reason, Trinity is played by someone else. Season 6. More elaborate schemes, funnier failures, and classic moments. And then you go to season 7. New characters appear, old crew keeps screwing the pooch and summoning the shithawks, and it's a very insane-ass ending. Then you want to go to Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys, which is a TV movie. There's some emotional moments, and it's all the TPB humor intact. It's saying goodbye. For a while. Next is Countdown to Liquor Day, the second movie from 2009. There's bigger plans, more drinking, and it's a total disaster piece. Now, Trailer Park Boys would take about a 5-year break at this point, from the second movie to the third movie, which is Don't Legalize It from 2014. It tackles marijuana legalization in its own funny way. This one's good, check it out. And after that, we get season 8 to season 12. Alright, now, for the full watch order, for the hardcore fans or someone who wants to just see the entire franchise, if you will. Starting off at 1995 with The Cart Boy. It's an early short, it's rough, but it shows the style forming. Then Trailer Park Boys from 1999. It's a black and white movie. It sets up the world. And it bleeds into the first season. I would suggest getting used to the characters first before seeing this. Seasons 1 through 4. The foundation of the show. Then the Christmas special in 2004, even though you could technically watch this before that or in between seasons 6 and 7. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't say it. And then season 5, and season 5 is just the peak right there. Then The Big Dirty, the movie from 2006. Trailer Park Boys 101 from 2007. It's a recap episode. It's good for catching up, but it's not necessary. Season 6 and 7, don't do it. This is where the show gets crazier. Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys from 2008 wraps up some of the... Countdown to Liquor Day, which is the second movie from 2009. More elaborate plans, more drinking, more disaster. I covered this earlier. Don't Legalize It from 2014. Marijuana related, and it's classic. Next is the live specials. North Pole, Dublin, and Austin. The gang take their show on the road. Then SwearNet, the movie from 2014. It's an over-the-top spin-off. Seasons 8 to 10. They're older but still reckless. Out of the Park, Europe, and USA. The boys leave the park and realize the rest of the world is just as fucked. Now we're into seasons 11 and 12. Later seasons, older characters, same mistakes. And then you have the animated series. Anything goes. A little bit of fictional sprinkling in there. Why does Trailer Park Boys work? It doesn't try to be smart, but somehow it ends up being clever. Ricky being dumb isn't just a joke, it's who he is. Julian always has a drink on him, and it allows for hilarious moments, like when he flipped a car and he came out drink first. And Bubbles is somehow the most normal one, even though he lives in a shed with like 20 cats. The show does stuff modern comedies wouldn't even dare to attempt, I feel like. Anything bad that happens, though, is just water under the fridge. Trailer Park Boys isn't for everyone, but if you like dumb humor, characters constantly making asses of themselves, and stories that never go as planned, it's one of the most unique comedies out there. My suggestion, if you've never seen the show, start with the early seasons. And if it clicks, welcome to Sunnyvale. Just don't expect things to ever go smoothly. What are you still doing here? Frig off. Go. Frig off.